you talking about? You know?
What did you make of his comments, the Mexican thing? I didn't really understand it.
Yeah, like, well, I'm a flat-footed Mexican fighter. Look, if you're calling me a Mexican fighter, I find that as a compliment, you know?
Yo. What's up, fellas? We back in the building. Just a little quick show before the fights. I believe the prelims are on. So some of y'all might want to check that out. Maybe listen in, tune in. Just kind of want to come in here and, talk about what are your thoughts, final predictions? Do we think Teo is going to look spectacular? I just want to get a gauge. The main news is the main news, and it's Bud Crawford. That's ultimately what the people are talking about. How do y'all feel about a Teofimo Bud Crawford fight? What's the pulse? Is that what we want to see? So apparently this guy, this diva, you know what, man? I don't care. People are going to hate it. People are going to hate to love. But I don't really care for this dude, But I think he's a diva. I think he had one good fight in his career. And he's just sitting on the sidelines and wants a payday. He's chasing the Canelo Alvarez fight, which is is kind of lame. It's a little lame. The guy's 3 weight classes above. But to be honest, it is the biggest fight in boxing. We're beefing about it in these YouTube streets. We're arguing about it. And, everybody wants Canelo Alvarez versus Benachichis. But now it's getting serious. Crawford, is chasing Canelo Alvarez. He's made no qualms about it. But just this live, I want to chop into a couple things. It is pre-Super Bowl fight weekend. It's the 49ers and the Chiefs. Who are y'all picking? This is a live, so if anybody want to hop in, jump on, speak your mind, let it off. Yeah, man. So this is on a Thursday night, which is unique. Usually we get our boxing on Saturdays. Sometimes we get more than one card, pay-per-views, step-up fights. Now we get these afternoon fights from the UK on the Zone. Sometimes they're on ESPN. These Frank Warren cards, Eddie Hearn cards, UK guys. Last weekend we seen Conor Ben fighting on the Zone. But yeah, it's a Thursday night card because it's the Super Bowl weekend. Everybody's in Vegas, and it's in Vegas. So all eyes will be on boxing, bro. I'm here for it. I'm excited. And, we need we're all fans of boxing. We're all hardcores. A lot of you who listen obviously are hardcores, or you wouldn't be here. We all kind of listen to the same places, same channels. We go to the same places. So we're hardcore, but that's unique. There's not many of us left, and there's not many that really support the sport as far as buying pay-per-views. Everything's on social media now, man, and people can stream the fights and they can steal the fights. Yes. Okay, I will, Garcia. Thank you, Garcia, jumping in. Yeah, never sobers, never sobars. He's going live later on the actual fight. I'm just here to get a quick one in while I can. I don't really like to, I'm gonna hop on his, but I don't want to be covering the fight and talking at the same time. I kind of just like to pay attention, watch, drink a few brewskis, end up being entertained. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm one of the few people that I don't like scoring the fights. I mean, look, I'm not trying to say you're a nerd if you score it, but to me, I think it's nerd shit. Like, I just want to see two guys nug it out, drink with my friends, talk, eat. I don't really want to sit there and be trying to watch every little thing. These guys, they break these fight sounds. Oh, his left foot. Oh, he's not circling around. Oh my God. And it's real nerd shit, man. I want to see my opinion, bro. I can watch a fight and I say, that motherfucker beat that motherfucker's ass, or, that motherfucker ran like a bitch. Fuck him. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I watch fights. Call me a casual, what do you want? But to me, it's entertainment. You know what I mean? I don't watch it for the intricacies. Like, I appreciate a smooth, good boxer, like Teofimo, but I don't want to be watching no bullshit like Shakira run around the ring and refuse to engage. That's just not my cup of tea. Teofimo, on the other hand, he's kind of a little bit of both. He can be lackluster, he can be boring, he can be a counterpuncher, and then he could be flashy and spectacular. Like Josh. We were watching Josh Taylor last night, and he looked amazing. I mean, he was stunting on him. He was doing the juke and jive. He was doing the salsa samba. I mean, he was just making that dude look silly. I'm here for it. But also, he was letting his hands go. I thought he could have stopped him a few times. But yeah, tonight, man, is a big night of boxing because it's on a Thursday night. It's during Super Bowl weekend. Everybody's in Vegas right now, so. A big win for Tio and looking spectacular, could bring a lot of new fans. It's already a dying sport. So, we need him to save the sport. We need him to look spectacular, And one thing that hurts the sport is you got a lot of people that like these backfoot bitches like Shakira Stevenson, Shakira's Twitterson. And it was on a Thursday night. I don't remember what the event was. If you guys, thank you, Omar E, jumping in. Like that's with food stamps, huh? What'd you say? I heard that Quintavious only that's with food stamps. Yeah, man, he likes to bet, but he wants to bet in EBT. I don't know, man. I guess you guys are a fan of him. I'll bring him back. He's always talking shit. I said, man, Frank Bay is free smoke. Frank Bay, we turn away no smoke. It's boxing. It's all about fighting and confrontation. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, man. He has to go to the Iranian shops, and get, sell his baby mamas for some cash, and get a 40 with some new pokes, He knows the hood hustle, man. Quantavious, man, he's a hustler, I fuck with them, but I never would let him know where I live, and he doesn't have my number, strictly over social media, that freaking little hustler. But yeah, man, big night of boxing, guys. We're all excited. It's huge. No pause. This is a huge night. And can somebody tell me, if you're listening, what Thursday night when Shakira fought last year, what was the event? Was it some kind of event because he fought on Thursday. Anyway, the point being, it was NASCAR. That's right. It was NASCAR. And everybody from all around the world was in Vegas for NASCAR. And that motherfucker stunk the joint out. I mean, he stunk the joint out, man. It was just terrible. And I mean, people were booing, they were leaving. And this was a big night for boxing, man. And that's the shit that stinks, man. Yeah, thank you, Sergeant. It was F1. I mean, imagine had him and De Los Santos. Because I watched it again. And I wasn't able to watch it that night because I went out to an amazing steak dinner. And I'm glad I didn't. And I came home, I didn't look at social media, and everybody said, what a stinker. I watched it, and I was yelling at midnight. I was like, oh my God. I was throwing my beer, spilling my beer. I was already drunk, and I just couldn't believe what I was watching, And I wasn't on social media. I wasn't on YouTube at the time. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, people applaud this shit, And even last night, I'm in somebody's chat. They're talking boxing, and they're talking about, how he's still so great. And I'm just like, oh, anyway. So Tio, man, big night of boxing. Bob Arum is putting him in front of the world. Super Bowl weekend. Terrence Crawford is at his fight. So it's a big night, dude. And if he can look spectacular, it just grows the sport and grows fans. How do y'all feel about that? And if anybody wants to hop on, let me know. I don't really put it out there like that because there's so many trolls, and I don't want to get D-bombed. So nobody wants to hop on, I'm just gonna it's gonna be a quick live, quick short, then we're gonna head over to the homies virtual house, and we're gonna talk shit and about Tio, and Ram Ranch. So salute, rep it, and CCD, always keeping it real for Mexican boxing, always repping boxing. And I fuck with anybody who talks boxing. I don't agree with everything. But you guys, man, you guys are never gonna let this beef die. You know what, man? Have at it. I mean, It is what it is, man. I can't call it. But I don't know. I fuck with anybody who talks boxing. Now if you're talking shit and you're saying radical shit, then sometimes it gets to be a little too much. I know sometimes we talk shit, but I'm trying to keep it boxing, man. Keep it boxing with y'all. Grow this shit, grow the sport. We get a bigger following, and it's not really a big sport. But anyway, big fight. Night of boxing. Tio needs to look good. That's the biggest thing. He needs to look good. If he's calling out Bud Crawford, he needs to look spectacular. Because Bud Crawford's attitude is fuck Tio. So, and he said it. He said fuck Tio. But you know what? Tio's been taking shots, and kind of want to let y'all hear what the Tio had to say.
Stop. Press conference. What happened with the whole Keyshawn? What do you make of that?
He's a young kid, young kid that has his end of it all. He has to show it in order to have me see different. Yet to reach that pinnacle in the sport. So
A fight with Terrence Crawford. Why do you want to fight with him so bad?
And that's what it's all about. Isn't it about the best fighting the best? He's only one class away from me. Canelo is 3 weight classes away from him. So what makes it more of an ideal fight? Come on now.
And take care of other issues. Shakur announced his retirement. A lot of people are questioning if he's really serious or not. What do you make of that situation that he's going through? And his frustrations of not getting fights?
Well, after that performance he pulled off in that stunt, Top Rank said, we're not going to pay you what you had last time. So he said, fuck this. I'm the best, and I'm going to retire with it. So, but you can't.
Well, there it is, guys. That's Tio talking that shit. Tio wanting to, call out Bud Crawford. He's taking shots at everybody. And I'm here for it, man. Tio's, and those guys don't want no smoke. That's what it seems like, That's what it seems like to me. Nobody, nobody's calling out Teofimo. I haven't heard Davina Hankey call out Teofimo. I haven't heard Stank Davis call out Teofimo. Is there anybody calling him out? I don't think that guy Subriel Matias called him out. Now, apparently, Teofimo sent Subriel Matias a contract. It was supposed to be for tonight, but he had hand issues. Apparently, he had a doctor's note. And so it looks like Subriel Matias is fighting Liam Paro, which should be a tough fight. He fucked up Montana Love. Teofimo should beat that Crip Crawford. Yeah, you know what? Here's my take on that. I don't understand. I'm hearing people argue. They don't want Terrence Crawford to fight Teo because they said, why should he? It's like, it's too easy. He'll kick his ass. Well, then why wouldn't you, right? Like, wouldn't you just take that easy money fight? If it's such an easy fight and it should be decent money, then it should be a no-brainer. Yes, and I've said this. Crawford is ducking boots. He said it. The articles are up. He said it. It's not a money fight. He's chasing Canelo. I do sometimes. I'm not a fan of it, but it's two guys fighting. It's two people fighting. So, Estrada, Yakuza, damn, I don't know, man. Well, tell me what it's on and where's it at. But I do want to see that Senicia and Valle fight. It looks pretty interesting. Valle is it's pretty smoking, man. Senicia, she can box. It's just, man, she I said it earlier in the comments, like watching a fly in the window pane, just flickering, doing no damage. It's like, it's just not fun to watch, And I thought Senicia in her last fight, she was getting pieced up, man. I don't know. It seems like she got too big of a head. She kind of got an ego boost, and I guess her and Oscar pieced it up on social media at the press conference. So, they're hyping her up like a superstar. Somebody else mentions kind of corny. She wears a cape to the ring. It's just, I don't know, man. Women's fighting is not everybody's cup of tea, but if it's on, I'll watch it. you know who I do watch is UFC women. So there's some Chinese chick who's badass. She kicks ass. And there's a Amanda Nunes who's a beast. Yeah, super bad. Yeah, is she super bad? She's cute. I mean, a lot of times, you know, men watch women's boxing. It's almost like that's what we're talking about. She got a nice ass, you know. She got some big titties, you know. So yeah, it's kind of hard not to. Yeah, Mexico versus Costa Rica. So I don't know, man. You know, it's catching on. I mean, their skill level's getting better, but it's still sometimes it's tough to watch. They just don't hit hard enough. You know, it's like two 8th graders fighting. You know, slapping. Yeah, if she's hot, you know, and that's the other thing. Back, you know, they used to be like UGMOs. You know, you think about two lesbians fighting. You know, people that look like a Mr. T or something. You know, something you'd see at a dive bar. You know, a butch chick. But now they're sexy. They got long hair. You know, they're starting to look like, you know, hot ass women. Some Hooters waitresses, you know, putting on the gloves like that Ebony Bridges chick. You know, some UK chick. You know, she comes to the stage in lingerie. It's pretty interesting. But man, you get me sidetracked, man. But which women's fight are you talking about? Because I just seen the one from the press conference the other night. But back to Teo, you know, the thing I wanted to touch on was Teo and Crawford because realistically, who does he have? Watch the press conference for Valle Estrada. Okay, I'll watch it. For Top Rank, yeah, that's the one I seen the other night. You know, Valle was looking smoking. You know, she's pretty sexy, man. She has a nice derriere, you know, nice rump shaker. But man, see, you're making me lose my train of thought, dude. Now you got me thinking about women and women's boxing. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, man. So, you know, back to Teo, man. It kind of got me talking about women, man. You got me in a whole nother stratosphere. Okay, let's get back to real boxing. So you have Ryan, Davina Henke, Stank Davis, and Teofimo. Now, out of all the four, you know, those are contemporaries. Teo has the best wins, you know, with Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. That's 2 pound for pound fighters, right? Like, who else? Not even BudCrawford has a pound for pound fighter on his. Well, he has one. Larry, listen in the building. Thank you, Larry. Damn, I said a Teo fight this entire card set. I mean, I want to see Keisha Davis take on Pedraza. It's a step-up fight. And I guess, you know, they're hyping up Abdullah Mason. And I guess he's fighting an undefeated guy. So that's a decent fight. Larry, I'm skipping the tire and going to the gym. Yeah, you know what? That's better, man. None of us should be drinking beer and watching boxing. You know, realistically, we're kind of, you know, a dying breed, right? Yeah, you know what, Larry? That's pretty safe to say. But, you know, Keyshawn struggled against a club fighter, and he's supposed to be next level. So, Pedraza's an experienced pro, ex-champion. He's giving tough fight to young guys. So, I mean, it is boxing. You never know. But the safe bet is, Pedraza to come in and lay down like a dog, right? Lay down like a turtle on his back. Fuck. But I do want to see Abdullah. I mean, I'm not high on any of these guys. Abdullah Mason, Shushu Carrington. The only people I'm high on is Emiliano Vargas and Murataya. And, you know, there's always the Torres kid, the heavy, you know, but you know they don't get no shine, man. You know, it's all about the Moskiws and the slick guys. So, you know what, man, let's see what they got. I'm not, you know, ready to champion yet. You know, they championed Shakira, and he's retired. I mean, I said it a year when I first seen the kid. I didn't think he was all that. I seen the Oscar Valdez fight. I still wasn't impressed. I mean, everybody was on his nuts, but I seen something. I seen this kind of tentativeness, this kind of like he doesn't really want to engage. Valdez was just too small, too slow. And he was a weight bully. When he got up to the bigger punchers, he was going to really be exposed. And look, he got exposed by De Los Santos. I mean, I rewatched the fight, and De Los Santos had some steam on things, and Shakir, he was praying that he made it out alive. You're waiting for the return of Jaime Munguia. Yes, man, we all are. I don't care what anybody says. He's hella entertaining. Yo, what's up? Never sold bars. We will be headed over there. This won't be too long. Maybe another half an hour, unless anybody want to jump on. And we're gonna talk shit in the taqueria, right? Is it still the taqueria? What is it? The taqueria or the Waffle House? I don't know. I heard somebody said you rebranded to the waffles and tacos. That's a good one. Mix Illy? What? Garcia? What are you talking about now? Yeah, man. If anybody wants to hop on, let me know. You know, it's tough carrying all the water. But back to Teo and his contemporaries. You know, Teo has the best wins. Now, I mean, look, man, you can dissect anybody's resume. Yeah, Taylor wasn't the same. Loma was the bum shoulder. I mean, dude, there's literally nobody in boxing that you can go down the line and not knock their wins. I mean, we're already knocking Bud Crawford's win, right? Earl Spence. The guy was a mess. The guy wasn't really. Oh, and Billy. I want Berlanga and Billy. Look, man, I don't know if Jaime can make it through. That's a tough run for anybody. Even Canelo, can you make it through all those guys? You know that boxing fans, we want these guys to take on killers every fight. Me as a boxing fan, it's not realistic to expect your guy to have a killer every fight. I mean, the best you're gonna get nowadays with guys fighting 1-2 times a year is one super fight from your favorite fighter a year. You know, he'll have maybe one workout fight, moving up a new weight, yada yada yada. Like today, Teo, he's fighting Ortiz. It's not a super fight. It's a decent fight. It's not a mega fight, you know. He'll probably fight 3 times a year. You know, there's a Matias fight, but that's not a mega fight. His only mega fight is Bud Crawford. You know, Morrell, yeah. Morrell's tough, man, but I mean, dude, he doesn't even have 10 fights yet. We haven't heard what he's going to do. We don't know what he's going to do. So, you know, we have to wait on these guys. But did he? I don't think he did. I think someone asked about him and he just said, fuck Teo. But the guy's a diva, man. Like, you know, if you really want to help boxing, you really want to support it, step to him. Say, let's talk about it. You know, because Floyd Mayweather did the same shit with Manny Pacquiao. He just, like, kind of ducked the guy. Didn't want to give him no shine. He was just so jealous, you know, of Manny Pacquiao. And he felt like, if I fight this guy, I'm going to give him shine. And he didn't want to split the money. He wanted to fight guys that he could, you know, take all the money from. You know, he wasn't paying guys like Canelo. You know, one thing about Canelo Alvarez, and why everybody wants to fight him, is that he gets people paid. You know, Fraud Mayweather was, you know, people were making, he was making 50, 40 million. People were making 2 million. You know, Caleb Plant made 10 million fighting Canelo Alvarez. You know, everybody, baby, put it this way, everybody gets their highest payday against Floyd, against Canelo Alvarez. You know, the only person that Floyd had to have parity with was Manny Pacquiao. You know, and even then, I guess he made 100 million, supposedly. These were all just his fanboys, you know. They run their mouth and talk that shit. But back to Teo, you know. I've seen somebody on social media mention it that there's a good, well, I don't know when Matias, he's going to fight Paro, but it would align if Teo and Matias fought on June, the Puerto Rican Day Parade. That could align. I mean, that's maybe, you know, somebody said maybe that's why he's talking shit about Puerto Ricans. You know, I guess he said, fuck Puerto Ricans, they suck, yada, yada, yada. They ain't got nobody right now, and he's half correct. I mean, who do they got? They got Xander, they got Berlanga. I mean, they don't have any superstars like they had back in the day with Cotto, Trinidad. There's probably some other ones, but just off the top of my head, you know, it's hard to build a star, man. There's no formula to build a champion or star. You know, they got another champion, some Kalalo guy, but he's at like minimum weight. So, you know, Good luck with that. What? He's ducking all these. How could you sleep at night? For who's ducking all these fighters? BudCrawford or like? I don't. You know what, man? It's for the bag. I get it. Boxing is a business, and they should fight. Well, they do. They fight for money. You know, not many fight for legacy. I think legacy is something we as fans we talk about. And but there's also the business side. Oh, all these Heyman fighters. Yeah, well, they don't have a home, man. There's no dates for them. There's nobody putting on their fights. You kind of gotta have people put on fights. PBC, dude, they haven't had a fight. To begin the year. This is the best we got. Top ranked with a Super Bowl weekend. Like I said, that's why I'm pumping this. That's why I'm pumped. That's why I'm even doing this, because this is a unique circumstance where we get a fight on Thursday night. We as boxing fans should hype this up. And Teo needs to look spectacular, so that we get some push, we get some vibes. People want to talk about boxing. They want to see Crawford versus Teofimo. They talk about these guys. They get headlines. And, if you're doing shows like I am or other people, you have channels, you have shows, it just brings more news and eyes. And we just get more fights. Ultimately, that's what it leads to, It's basically like this, man. The more these guys talk, the more they're in the news, in the media, like Super Bowl weekend, Teo talking shit, making headlines, then the more fights that we get. They should have just stayed with Golden Boy. Yeah, but to be fair, and I had nothing against Oscar. People bash him. I think he's a great promoter, but Oscar did have his issues, man. Aside from the cross-dressing, but just he checked into alcohol rehab or drug rehab, and that's when Al Heyman and his longtime CEO, I guess, that freaking German guy, they stole all his fighters, and Leonard Ellaby, he goes on and brags about it. He said, yeah, Oscar fell asleep at the wheel and we stole all his fighters. Like, they have no conscience about it. Like, yeah, we stole your shit. Richard Safer. Yeah, damn, Garcia, you were on it, bro. I don't know why you don't hop on, man. Anybody could hop on. Maybe you're busy, but thank you for listening. Abel, long timer. Back, good to see you, buddy. So yeah, man, and that's the thing. There's like, you have to have exciting fighters. You know what I'm saying? You have to have exciting fighters to bring eyeballs. And that was another thing I wanted to talk about. There was a topic about what makes a superstar. Can Teofimo become a superstar? Well, number one, so one thing Teo did say, he said, I don't have the black support. I don't have the Mexican support. I don't have the Asian support. I'm paraphrasing, but he kind of said it in that manner. And he's right. He's Nicaraguan, so his fan base is kind of limited. Thank you, Abel. Yes, Abel back in the building. Salute, man. Everybody for listening, tuning in, getting ready for these fights. Talking about Teofimo. Like him or not, this is what we got. You as a boxing fan, this is what you got this weekend. Looking at the calendar, it was supposed to be a Fury and Usyk fight. Now that's gone. So what do we really have to talk about? We talk about Teofimo. Now, if you look at the screen, we have all these names, with Teofimo, with Keisha, but he's not ready. Shakira, he's retired. And BudCrawford, who is chasing Canelo Alvarez. So it's like, that's one thing I was saying about as far as Teo's contemporaries. He has the best wins, but he doesn't have the clout. He doesn't have the star power. Stank Davis and Ryan Garcia, they have that star power. Even Davina Hankey's been on pay-per-view 2 times now. He's getting the press. He gets the channels behind him. So Teo's kind of, left in the wind, so to speak. But he's trying. He's taking shots at all these guys. He's talking about them. He's leaving no stone unturned. He's talked about a lot of fighters and a lot of people in the past. Deontay Wilder, etc., etc. So let's see what Teo had to say again.
First off, the press conference. What happened with the whole Keyshawn? What do you make of that?
He's a young kid, young kid that has his end of it all. He has to show it in order to have me see different. He had to reach that pinnacle in the sport. So
A fight with Terrence Crawford. Why do you want to fight with him so bad?
And that's what it's all about. Isn't it about the best fighting the best? He's only one class away from me. Canelo is 3 weight classes away from him. So what makes it more of an ideal fight? Come on now.
And take care of other issues. Shakur announced his retirement. A lot of people are questioning if he's really serious or not. What do you make of that situation that he's going through? And his frustrations of not getting fights.
Well, after that performance he pulled off and that stunt, Top Rank said, we're not going to pay you what you had last time. So he said, fuck this. I'm the best, and I'm going to retire with it.
So there you have it. Teofimo going in on Keisha, Shakira, and BudCrawford. And as you can see, we have BudCrawford, saying fuck Teo. But Teo said, he says, and it makes sense. And I don't understand how people don't see this. He's saying, why is this guy who, he can't get a big fight himself, he won't fight Boots Ennis, who's his toughest competitor. He won't fight Tim Tszyu, Charla. That was supposed to be his other big fight. He won't fight that guy, but he's calling out Canelo Alvarez, a guy 3 weight classes. Here I am, 1 weight class away. I'm calling him out, and he acts like I don't exist. So that makes me think. Why are you acting like he doesn't exist? You know what I mean? Like, it's a good fight. It's a big money fight. I don't understand it. Boxing is trash, Assyria. Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. With all the names I mentioned, you have Keisha. Well, he's not even up there yet. But Shakira, Stank Davis, Ryan Garcia. Who fought? Stank Davis and Ryan Garcia fought. Okay, they fought. Lomachenko and Teo fought. And then Devin Haney and Lomachenko fought. But that's it. None of the Stank Davis, Shakira, Davina Hanke, none of those guys have fought each other in any way. Devin and Teo haven't fought. Loma is the only one who fought. Loma fought Devin and Teo. So we could have had 10 fights already, man. Between all these guys, we could have had all those fights happening. Crawford ducking Boots. I agree. When is Shakir? It's never gonna happen, dude. Those fights are never happening. That's what that's what makes it tough when we talk boxing, because you'll go to other channels, other places, other, fight coverage, and that's all that they talk about, these guys, and they argue for hours over fantasy fights. And I'm just like, you guys idolize these guys and they don't fight each other. You know what I mean? But at least Teo, he's fighting the best. It's never gonna happen. Look, I'm just saying it, man. As far as when I look at the sport of boxing, without making it racial or race-based, I have to be honest and I say, when I watch boxing as a whole, the fighters who seem to have the most issues are African-American fighters. You never get a quartet of 3 or 4 where they fight each other. Not like when you watch Mexican boxing, you watch Latino boxing, where Miguel Cotto fought everybody. Trinidad fought everybody. De La Hoya fought everybody. Latino fighters tend to mix it up with everybody. Now even these Eastern European fighters Loma's mixing it up with Lopez and Haney. Bivol fighting Canelo, and now he's fighting Better Biev. So we get the fights, man. But amongst these African-American fighters, right? A lot of these PBC guys, we know they're protected. We know they don't leave their home, and we don't get the best fights. And that's why people rage against it. We're calling it out. Yeah, Crawford said he'll never fight him. But see, I guess you just gotta beat a dead horse, right? Because this is what people want to see. This is what people want to hear. Look, here's the interesting thing. So we have Teo calling out Crawford calling out Canelo, right? And then David Benavides calling out Canelo. And I've said this, right? And then with Crawford, you have Teron Ennis calling out Crawford, right? Okay, but Crawford, he wants to fight Canelo, but why not go up to 168 if you want to fight? Because Canelo, what I've seen today, he said, I'm not going to fight the guy. I'll get no credit. He's too small. They're going to bash me like they did Charlo. So Canelo's making sense, right? Okay. So if you're Crawford, I'd say, all right, you know what? I'll go up and I'll fight David, like what David did in fighting Plant and fighting Andrade. He fought Andrade to kind of chase Canelo down. Abel, yeah, it's expensive, man. You gotta have 3 or 4 apps now and the pay-per-view. So not only do you need the apps, you gotta have buy pay-per-views. So yeah, man, it's a rich man's sport. Like the yayo, it's a rich man's drug. Yeah, but he won't fight David Benavidez. Why? Because David's too big. Like Bud fanboys, they'll say, oh no, man, he don't need David too big. I'm like, wait a minute. But he could fight Canelo though. You know, Canelo, it's like, wait a minute, you're talking about the same weight class. Like if you that's what Manny Pacquiao did. He chased Floyd Mayweather. You know, he kept jumping up weight classes and beating the guys that Floyd beat or wouldn't fight. You know, I don't think Floyd had fought Cotto yet. You know, Floyd actually fought Cotto after Manny Pacquiao destroyed him, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a sport of boxing, man. You know, a lot of times when you want to make a fight, you need to go beat a guy like what David did and beat Andrade to kind of cement your argument. But Crawford is not interested in that. He just wants the payday, like Andrade did. And if they say, "Oh, go up and even you can go up and fight Caleb Plant," like or Charlo, like fight somebody to say, "Hey, Canelo, look, I'm here. Go up to 160, fight Janabek." Like Crawford, go up and fight 160 or 168, or go up and fight one of those guys and say, "Look, I'm doing what you won't do. I'm beating guys that they said that you won't fight. So I'm making my claim." But he won't do that. Bud Crawford won't even fight Juan Ennis, who's in his weight class. You know, so to me, it's as clear as day that Bud Crawford is not about that life. You know, he's 37. The man's 37, and he's older, and he wants to cash out. I'm not mad at it. See, people think I'm hating and I'm mad at Crawford. I don't have a problem with Crawford. But I'm saying the fans, you can't bash Canelo for his choices, right? As far as fighting Benavidez and not fighting Benavidez, but you don't keep the same energy that you do with Bud Crawford. So you want Canelo to fight Benavidez because it's his main threat. He's a young bull, and he's coming up, and he's chasing Canelo. Wasn't that the same circumstance that you have with your fighter? Here's Juan Ennis. He's the young bull chasing an older fighter, and the older fighter's like, "Nah, man, I already did that. I've been there, done that. I just want money fight. You're not a money fight." And they'll applaud that, but yet they'll bash Canelo Alvarez, which, you know, that just doesn't make any sense to me, you know. And we'll go back and forth. We'll argue for hours and hours and hours, and it'll never sink in that Bud Crawford is a duck. I mean, look, Teofimo, and here's what I'm saying. Teofimo has beat 2 pound-for-pound fighters, Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. Bud Crawford beat 1. So, you know, Teofimo's even more accomplished than this hero who walks on water. Crawford, Morrell whoop his ass. Morrell kills, yes. Crawford got a pass with wooden boots and Jermell. Yeah, because, you know, people worship him. I think people were so fat, they wanted to see Earl Spence lose so bad that they got behind him. And now that they've licked his nuts so much, they got a taste of it, and now they can't let go. And now they really believe that he can beat Canelo Alvarez. Manny Pacquiao, most of his wins was hitting everyone. Well, he was a small guy, but yes, that's true. Manny Pacquiao has no respect. I can't argue, but you're not going to get a lot of support on that. Magic Canelo dropped Undisputed to it. Yeah, that's what, thank you. You see, there's a lot of people that know boxing and you understand it. Yeah, but that's what people are asking them to do. They're saying, Canelo, why don't you need to drop the belts. But when Bud Crawford dropped the belts, they cried. They bitched and moaned, and they said that it was fucked up, and Bud Crawford was being as a victim, and yada yada yada. But here's the thing, Bud Crawford, if you're talking about going up to fight Canelo Alvarez, so if you're doing that, then just drop your belt. You have no intention of fighting at 147 again. Why are you holding on to the belts? See, that's the question. Somebody mentioned, it's like, Bud Crawford, why are you holding on to the belts if you're chasing the Canelo Alvarez? a Canelo Alvarez fight, and that's the only fights that you want. Okay, so it makes sense. It just kind of exposed the guy. Canelo dropped his 160 belt to not fight GG. That, I mean, we've gone down that road. I'd have to revisit that. You know, the same. You think so? I don't know. Benavidez beat Plant, who already got beat by an Andrade. Yeah, but Benavidez needed a step-up fight. You know, he needed to make a statement because he's like Juan Ennis down. At that time, he hadn't really fought anybody. Impala, thank you for dropping by. Crawford in need of a payday, that's all. Yeah, we know it, but his fans, his fanatics, his psycho fans, they get on these shows, the lives, the YTBC, social media, and they just lick his nuts all day, every day. You know, they suck him off. It just to me is wild. Who is a 160 fighter? A quote for who, Garcia? Saludos, 18th Street Vato in the building. In my H Monkey voice. Boots, 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 boots. Those guys are clown, bro. Sounds like he smokes a lot of PCP. Yeah, well, there's no money. There's no money there. You know, there's no money in those fights. So, you know what? So we have an interesting, man. Boxing is going to be interesting this year. We still don't know who Canelo Alvarez is going to fight. The rumor is that they don't know because PBC doesn't have the guarantee yet. You know, Canelo, you got to pay the man first. He's not going to announce no fight without that check being there, you know, or having the money in escrow, you know. So, a lot of intrigue, man. People are saying that Canelo, there's no money for him to fight. There's no guarantee. You know, they need somebody to put up a guarantee for his fight. Yo. So, yeah, hop in, man. Anybody want to hop in, hop on. We're talking about it. It's a big night of boxing. We'll maybe go for another few minutes, 15, 20 minutes or so. But yeah, man, big night of boxing. We need a exciting performance. Because let's be honest, the last time that boxing had a big stage like this, other than Cinco de Mayo or Mexican Independence Day, September 16th, you know, there's not many big days that everybody knows in boxing. There's really May 5th and September 16th. And then we get special nights like what Top Rank does. They got the Puerto Rican Day Parade that they used to do with Miguel Cotto and Felix Trinidad. You know, and then you got the Heisman night. And Teo's been there and done that. He got a little following there. And then tonight, Super Bowl weekend, which is like a new thing. You know, they're trying to bring boxing to the mainstream. So it's a big night. The last time we had a big night was the last year in November with the NASCAR, everybody in Vegas, and you have this FBA come in and stink the joint out. I mean, it was just, oh my God. If you were a boxing fan and you called your boys or you said, hey guys, it's a big night of boxing, F1 is there, all these, you know, eyeballs are gonna be on, and that's the shit you told people about, you know, people are gonna say, hey bro, don't ever invite me to no boxing shit again, man. These motherfuckers stink. And they don't think like us. They're not like that Mexican dude, that black dude. They're just like, no, boxing is shit, it's crap, it's fake, it's damn near WWE, you know. 18th Street Vato, Canelo vs. Crawford and Munguia. Crawford Munguia, let's do that. Hey, that's the smoke, man. Let's you know, fuck it. Let's do Crawford Munguia. Let's get that cracking. When De La Hoya was acting in his prime, he don't talk about the fights make no money. I don't follow. You gotta say that again. Yeah, we know the Chris put you to sleep. But here's the thing, bro. Yes, they do. But the fans, the cut media, the boxing YouTube community, they get on here and they lie to our faces. They say, oh, that was slick. He just outboxed him. If you can't catch him, then you just suck. You just a flat-footed Mexican. It's like we've been put in this category that if you're exciting, you want to fight, you're a flat-footed Mexican, you know? This is what they've done to us, you know? And by they, I mean the cut media, the YouTube community gets on and promotes this shit. I hear at the Frank Bass show, and a lot of people that listen and I fuck with, you know, we want to see motherfuckers fight. Like tonight, we need a spectacular knockout, and we need to get on and start talking about it. We need to get on and say, yo, Teo, get that Crip Crawford. De La Hoya, he took on everybody, bro. He carried boxing. I mean, that's what Canelo's doing. I don't care what you say, bro, but Canelo's carrying boxing just like Oscar did. There's nobody else really doing the May 5th and September 16th. And see, this is that's what makes us all fans. And now sure, we all have Mexican background, Latino background, some kind of blood in us that it's really our sport. And I don't mean that in a like it's our sport because we're the best. I mean it because those are the biggest days, and there's a reason those are the biggest days, because it's May 5th and September 16th, and that's what made Fraud May Runner. He took those dates, and he made, he fought on our dates, but he was always fighting a Latino fighter. If you ever, realize that. Thank you, Ripper. Right on. Why Mexicans have to fight? Because they're the only ones that'll do it. They're the only ones that can put boxing on their back and sell pay-per-views. These guys, they won't do it. The rest of the world, they gotta come here. Like Bivol, Better BF, they come to the States and fight. But now they have the Saudi money. Boxing's getting big over there, so they can do it over there. I don't know about that, man. But yeah, maybe, bro. Till this day. Okay, I don't know, you guys. I don't know, man. You guys, okay. Back to boxing, guys. Keep it boxing, guys. No, just kidding. So if anybody wants to hop on, I'm only gonna be on here a little bit more, man. What time do the fights start, man? Does anybody know? Can somebody pop in the chat what time they start? I'm gonna drop the link again. If anybody has something to say, maybe something I didn't cover, but mainly I'm just hitting, the hammer on the head. This is the big night of boxing. 10:30. You're on the East Coast, Sobers. Damn, really? For y'all, it starts at 10:30? That's insane. What time are you going live though? Sobars. It starts at 7. Yeah, I guess the prelims. I could put the prelims on. Oh no, it's all good, man. I'm just saying, when are you going on? But anybody else who wants to hop on can hop on. But yeah, man. So that's the thing about boxing, man. Is one bad fight like what Shakira did on a big night can ruin the sport. It's just like what was a fight that ruined the sport? Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. I mean, it was a boring fight, bro. It was supposed to be the fight of the decade, and they got on and stunk the joint out. It was such a huge disappointment, and people argue that killed boxing. Boxing went on a slow, steady decline after that fight. Like, think about it. This fight, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, was the biggest fight ever. Like, it just, period, in all of combat sports. You take all the fights in all of history, and Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather was the fight of fights, right? And Fraud Mayweather stunk the joint out, and then boxing hasn't been the same since. And imagine if that fight was a barn burner and got everybody excited. People are gonna want to see more. They're gonna be begging for fights, begging, more subscriptions, more HBO, more Showtime. Now all these platforms are gone, and I don't think it's a coincidence that boxing, after seeing the success of Fraud Mayweather, they want to promote the more slick style African Americans. Like they keep trying to reproduce Fraud Mayweather. But people listening, the Frank Bay show, the chat, we say, no, dude, that's some bullshit. We want to see, no backfield bitching. We want to see Munguia. We want to see Canelo. We want to see Navarrete. We want to see who's the homie that beat the Robesi's ass. This is what we want to see, man. We want to see that shit. And even the FBAs, even African Americans, slick, they want to see that, because I actually said it first. Shakir retired because he couldn't get Navarrete. But Navarrete's manager, gosh, I wish that was clipped. Somebody sent me the link. He got on and was like, we're not fighting that guy. He's fucking boring. He's more boring than a Sunday mass. He ripped into him. And even his own, Stank Davis trainer got on and said, we're not fighting that guy. He stinks. Like, nobody wants to fight him. And then you have somebody's, Crips and Cucks on various chats, and they're saying, oh, he's the boogeyman. No, he's not the boogeyman. Matthias, you can call him the boogeyman because people want to see him fight. People are going to pay to see Subriel fight because he makes people quit. He knocks people out, yada, yada, yada. That's what we want to see. Stank Davis, why he's so popular is because he gets knockouts. You know, Ryan Garcia, he gets knockouts. You know, we may love, we may hate Ryan Garcia, but he gets knockouts. And now the rumor is they're saying it's pretty close. It's pretty close that Ryan Garcia and Davina Hanke are gonna fight. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about Davina Hanke and Ryan Garcia coming up? Now, here's my initial feelings, man. Just switching gears. But let's see with the chat. Canelo, Jamel, easy work. Yeah, but is it going to be a successful enterprise and PBC struggling? You know, everything's rumors. And you know, I talk with you guys in chats and servers and Discords. You know, I have a Discord if you want to join. Hop on, let me know, etc., etc. But everything's rumors at this point. Now we have the Saudis. Matthias left, supposedly. We don't know yet, but it's close. But yes, he's gonna fight Liam Paro in Matchroom in maybe a month or two. Nah, I've seen him around, unless it's a troll. He does. He always has a puncher's chance, Ripper. Yes, he does. Really. I don't know. He used to be everywhere, man. Chavis Bickle, and he had the avatar of Robert De Niro from a film. I seen him maybe a couple weeks ago. But wherever he is, salute. Hawker Mustang says he's in YouTube heaven. I don't know, man. But man, I appreciate all you guys. You guys are always solid. And you guys, I'm gonna tell you what, man. You guys, the guys who watch my channel, you know, that I talk with. Yeah, you know who's back? Larry Liston is back. Larry, if you're still there, drop a 1. Larry solid, Hawker, you know, Ripper, Garcia, Abel, man, real hardcore boxing fans. I know it. But let me ask you guys, hardcores, are you gonna buy a Davina Hanke Ryan Garcia fight? Drop a 1. Yep. Oh, I always forget, man. Please like, subscribe, and share. We gotta push this out there, man. Like, subscribe, and share. You know, I break these videos down, like, subscribe, and share. And then it just gets us, you know, in the algorithm. Haney is too chinny. It's possible for Ryan to get a W. Yeah. I mean, dude, if Ryan clipped Hanke, he's back. He's honorary Mexican again. You know, like Timmy Zoo. I'm just gonna highlight tell you don't block me. You have to tell him. He drops by every now and then. So, you know, I don't know, man. You guys need to figure it out. You know, I like everybody. Well, people that like me, hopefully, you know I have haters, hate watchers, and I love them too. They get us bigger, grow, you know. I ain't buying a Ryan Haney pay-per-view. Okay. I'm done buying boxing. Spence uses a fire stick. Yeah. But here, look, I bought Ryan Garcia and Stank Davis. Yes, I bought it. I wanted to see it. I didn't want to stream it, you know, because it's always so wishy-washy, you know. I want to watch the shit. I bought David and Plant. You know, I buy Canelo fights. But I'm not buying no Devin Haney fight. I mean, dude, it could easily be a boring stinker. And fuck that guy. And Ryan joining the Crips, you know. Fuck that guy. That's how I feel. You know, Ryan, he's joined the Crips. He's dissing, you know, he's stepping over Oscar to freaking bend the knee to Mayweather. Like, what kind of shit is that? I don't know, man. I don't know. It depends how I feel, you know. Feel tonight after the fight. You know, I'm gonna be at Sobars. Everybody, we're gonna be, you know, Sobars is hosting a live. That's where I'll be. Everybody jump over when y'all done. And we can talk more shit. Me, I just like to watch the fights. I don't, you know, I want to see some people get hurt. 18, don't buy a pay-per-view unless it's for Canelo. Yeah. I mean, I want to buy the fights, you know, because I want to watch them. I don't want to be on my fire stick trying to find a channel. You know, it's not a given. But there's certain shit I'm not buying. And Haney, Garcia, I don't think it does well. They're you know, Stank Davis, Ryan, that was like some social media shit, and Stank Davis gets knockouts, you know, and Ryan had the followers. 1 million pay-per-views, was very successful. Oh, hold on. Someone I know had the fire stick queue for the guard. Yeah, I mean, but it's look, that's my personal feelings. If it's a fight I want to see, But look, I'll tell you what. I didn't buy David and Andrade because I didn't believe Andrade would put up a fight. I knew something would happen, bro. I knew, when these Crips, man, they go out, they just fight like bitches, bro. They quit. Like, Regis Prograis and Haney, bro, that's the shit. Like, imagine me buying that shit. Undisputed. Are you talking about the video game? I want that. Fuck that fool. If that's who I think you're talking about. That dude, fucking Ninja Turtle punk ass. He used to be at the homie BDA. Yeah, it always seems like that. If a Crip is on pay-per-view, like Andrade, hey, you're like, you might get robbed. You're like, literally, figuratively, them fights be just, ending in trash. It's like, I know none of us are buying the Keith Thurman, Timmy Zoo. I want to buy it just because it's Timmy Zoo, but dude, I don't buy PBC fights. Like when I bought Stank Davis, I bought it on the Zone. Now I heard a lot of people had a problem with the Zone, but mine luckily was okay. Unfortunately, I did have to buy Plant and Benavides on Showtime, but I didn't want to stream that either. But Ryan Garcia and Davina Hanke, I don't think that's pay-per-view. I mean, it is because of the names and Ryan Garcia's status, but I mean, Davina Hanke could easily probably outbox him, and it could be a stinker because that guy doesn't come to fight. But I don't think it does very well. I mean, if they think it's gonna do 1 million pay-per-views, I don't think it does. What do you guys think? How do you guys think Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia does? Let me ask you this: is Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney as successful as Stank Davis and Ryan Garcia? I mean, is that what they're betting on? Crawford wants that Tio or Canelo fight. No, I think he wants Canelo. Everybody wants Canelo. I mean, who doesn't, right? Everybody wants him. But I don't think he wants Tio. I mean, imagine if you're Crawford and you're walking on water with the Crips and you lose to Teofimo. Bro, you can never show your face again. Tim Zoo versus Keith Thurman is a mismatch. Don't believe the Crips. Yeah, I mean, it is. It is, absolutely. But just the fact that it's a big fight. Has a good fight. Rolly Romero and Isaac Cruz, maybe another Mexican champion. But I mean, it's just pay-per-view. I'm talking about pay-per-view fights and what you want to buy and what you don't want to buy. So, yeah, man, I'm going to go another few minutes if anybody wants to hop on. But I just wanted to drop in, kind of, get my final thoughts, see what you guys think. See what you guys think about Tio. Can he become a superstar? Is Tio the best among his contemporaries? Is BudCrawford scared of Teofimo? And when I mean scared, I mean, obviously, we don't know if he's scared or not. But the fact that he doesn't want that fight, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, if it's such an easy fight, then take the fight. It should be a no-brainer, right? So, what are some of who you guys pick? Does anybody watch football? Is anybody watching the Super Bowl? Who you got? 49ers or Chiefs? Me, obviously, Frank from the Bay, Frank Bay Show, the Bay, obviously. We're going for the 49ers, quest for 6, baby. But, we choked last time, so you never be sure with these sports. And the Chiefs have Taylor Swift on their side, so, should be a good game. That's all I think it should be a good game. Predicting the 49ers win 24-17, and Christian McCaffrey is the MVP. Book it. Yeah. Vato, you know what's up, man. So tonight, man, good card. Never So Bars will be covering it. Is everybody watching it? Is everybody going to be able to watch it? Because I know it's Thursday night. Some people work nights. Some people, for whatever reason, won't be able to watch it. But I do want to see Keisha Davis versus Pedraza. I guess Abdullah Mason is on the card. And then in the main event, Ortiz. Now, the way I'm talking, it's like Ortiz doesn't have a shot. But let's be honest, man. This is a Teofimo show. and he needs to look spectacular, get a big knockout, and call out BudCrawford. And maybe, who knows, maybe Crawford is there and wants to get in the ring with them, you know? But just one last thing, man. I guess if nobody's hopping on, I'm gonna be out of here. Keeping it quick, short, sweet. What makes a superstar? My last thing about a superstar is the way you fight. If you go in, get knockouts, you're a star. You know, yeah. It's not always guaranteed, but that's the first part. Fighting style, the style in which you fight. The only person who could overcome that was Fraud Mayweather. You know, he didn't fight in an exciting style. He fought in a boring, you know, back foot bitch style. But he had the other components, you know, as far as Olympian status, you know, HBO promoted him. He talked a lot of shit. So it's a few parts, man. I want to do another episode, another show. I'm going to break that down and what makes a boxing superstar, man. You know, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, share, you know. Hawker, Shakur Stevenson has a slick American style. Yeah, I seen that. But here's the thing, man. I mean, who's going to offer him more? You know, when people offer you money, it's because they intend to make a profit. So maybe he feels he can do better, get better. Maybe he wants to be a free agent, kind of go different places. But I think the word is out on him, man, that his style is awful. Nobody wants to watch it. It's that simple for me. Yeah, they're okay. You know, I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, you're right. That's what the common denominator is. That's kind of like what'll put you over the top. If you can get the fan base that supports boxing the most, which is the Mexican fan base, that's what'll put you over the top. Your hope, Matador, thank you, salute. You're hoping for an Ortiz upset. Okay. But yeah, I guess you don't like Teo. Yeah, you know what? Teo's cringe, man. He is. Teo is what it is, man. You know, he's not funny. Like, to me, like Ricardo Mayorga, guys who talk shit were funny. No, Broner was a clown. He just was a clown. He didn't try to be like intellectual. He just was a clown. You know, Mike Tyson was like scary, crazy. Teo just comes across as cringe, bro. He just comes across as goofy and trying too hard. And then his dad talked major shit, bro. So, I mean, the best thing for Teo to do is just win. That's the second component, if not the first. So number one is style. Because you don't need to win if you have an exciting style. You don't take a guys like Arturo Gatti, Ricardo Mayorga. They were always on pay-per-views because their style, they just came to fight and somebody was getting knocked out. And yes, Mexicans, that's what we look for. We don't give a fuck about your mouth. We don't give a fuck about your style. It's like, do you knock motherfuckers out? Do you come to fight? That's what we care about. So number one is style. You know, Manny Pacquiao came out of nowhere, this little Filipino coming knocking people out, and he fought in a style that was exciting. You know, you couldn't miss a moment because he was knocking out, you know, all our heroes, you know. Yeah, and Canelo holds that place, man. You know, so there you go, guys. I think we're going to end it there. Just had a little quick live for y'all. You know, but if anybody has any last comments they want me to read, any last words, notes, and tips, we're gonna go out. I'll be right back. Drop some comments, like, subscribes, and let's get one in.
Turned up when we do the buenos dias. Dispensa la tira coming hot like a weed lot. Working out every day cause it's mandatory. Got your bitch putting money in my commissary. Like a hard 39 when we break off. All the homies follow suit when we take off. Shackled up in the LA County bus.
So my chick, she wanted to come in real quick. She got something to say.
I don't give a fuck if they call me a torta, a motherfucking bean cheese taco, a number 5 supersize, the motherfucking fries. I'ma wear what I want and look good too. Hello, big bitch. You see the frame? You see the frame? You see the McDonald's bill? AirPod, please don't play. I still fat. Hey.
Yeah or no, man? Smash or pass. You know, I want y'all to rate my chick high. Wait, we have a guest, man. Somebody's here. He has something to say.
What do you make of his comments, the Mexican thing? I didn't really understand it.
Yeah, like, well, I'm a flat-footed Mexican fighter. Look, if you're calling me a Mexican fighter, I find that as a compliment, you know? Like, Mexican traditions. Julio Cesar Chavez, Canelo Alvarez. But these are one of the greatest fighters of all time. Like, what are you talking about?
Man, y'all didn't like my girl? That's fucked up, man. Y'all didn't like her? You didn't like this?
I don't give a fuck if they call me a torta, a motherfucking bean and cheese taco, a number 5 supersize the motherfucking fries. I'ma wear what I want. And look good, too. Hello, big bitch. You see the frame. You see the frame. You see the McDonald's bill. AirPod, please, don't play. I still...
You guys don't think she's pretty? Nah? Hey, boy, yeah. Hey, Tracy Vato. Yeah, that's my girl, man. She wanted to say hi. Come on, y'all. And the homies, they said, man, they wanted to show you
something. Turned up when we do the buenos dias. Dispensa la tira coming hot like a weed lot. Working out every day cause it's mandatory. Got your bitch putting money in my commissary. Like a hard 39 when we break off. All the homies follow.
You know I get everybody here, man. Come on. What? Come on, let's not hate, bro. We all come from the same place. Hey, man. Everybody need love, homie. Everybody need love. She wasn't fat. Okay, when last time? She wasn't. You think she was fat? She wasn't fat, bro. My girl's not.
I don't give a fuck if they call me a torta, a motherfucking bean and cheese taco, a number 5 supersize the motherfucking fries. I'ma wear what I want. And look good, too. Hello, big bitch. You see the frame. You see the frame. You see the McDonald's bill.
Nah, she wasn't fat. I'm just kidding. Anyway, thank you guys for coming. I love everybody. All the comments, like, subscribe, share. Let's let's keep this boxing thing alive. You know you guys are hit. I know off a 12er, off some tequila. Y'all telling me you don't like a little torta here and there? I call bullshit. This is what I think when you say that shit.
They're all a bunch of pussies. They fight once a year, then they go on 2-year vacations. They're all a bunch of pussies. They fight once a year, then they go on 2-year vacations. They're all a bunch of pussies. They fight once a year, then they go on 2-year vacations. They're all a bunch of pussies.
Damn, I'm getting roasted here. Garcia, what happened, man? I thought we was cool, man. I know. Come on, man. Nah, I'll have some better ones. I don't know. No, she wasn't that. She was not 300 pounds. Dude, stop. Man, dang, you guys are crazy, man. Dude, I promise you, I'm taking bets off of, this is how I'm coming into the party when I see you.
Right here. Let's go. What do you guys say now? What do you guys say now? What do you say now? Hey, what do you say now? What do you say now?
Y'all not coming through like that? Y'all not coming through like that? Look, I know Sober still me's on this.
I don't give a fuck if they call me a torta, a motherfucking bean and cheese taco, a number 5 supersize the motherfucking fries. I'ma wear what I want.
We getting down with that, right? We getting down or not? We getting down like...
Turned up when we do the buenos dias. Dispensa la tira coming hot like a weed lot. Working out every day cause it's mandatory. Got your bitch putting money in my commissary. Like a hard 39 when we break off.
Alright, fellas. I will, man. I'm gonna have some. We're working on it. We're work in progress, bro. It's boxing. There's not many women. You know, if there was a boxing chick, hey, you know she
I don't give a fuck if they call me a torta, a motherfucking bean and cheese taco.
You don't think she loves boxing? Come on, I'm coming right here.
Right here. Let's go. What do you guys say now? What do you guys say now? What do you say now? Hey, what do you say now? What do you say now? What do you say now?
That's how I'm coming to the party. You feel me? But Yeah, you know she'll throw down for a fight. You know, you say, babe, we having a fight. She gonna throw you a fucking super far. She gonna feed the homies. You feel me? But anyway, thank y'all fellas. Let's Sobers, what's the drop your shit in the chat real quick while I play the outro. And we're gonna head over to Sobers later. Hope to see y'all there. And maybe I'll be back tomorrow for a Friday post-fight analysis. But I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and let's stand on these fools, and then we'll be out. Thank you. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Turned up when we do the buenos dias. Dispensa la tira coming hot like a weed lot. Working out every day cause it's mandatory. Got your bitch putting money in my commissary. Like a hard 39 when we break off. All the homies follow suit when we take off. Shackled up in the LA County bus. Check the walls, always hitting up.
Right here. What do you guys say now? What do you guys say now? Hey, what do you guys say now?
I don't give a fuck if they call me a torta, a motherfucking bean and cheese taco, a number 5 supersize, the motherfucking fries. I'ma wear what I want and look good.
What are you talking about? Huh?
What do you make of his comments, the Mexican thing? I didn't really understand it.
Yeah, like, well, I'm a flat-footed Mexican fighter. Look, if you're calling me a Mexican fighter, I find that as a compliment, you know? What are you talking about, you know?
What do you make of his comments, the Mexican thing? I didn't really understand it.
Yeah, like, well, I'm a flat-footed Mexican fighter. Look, if you're calling me a Mexican fighter, I find that as a compliment, you know?